The NBA season is heating up, and it's time to talk early All-Stars. The Western Conference is stacked with talent, and narrowing down the starting lineup and reserves wasn't easy. Let's break down my picks for the 2024 NBA All-Star team, starting with the starters and then diving into the reserves. Before we get into it, keep in mind this is an early season team, so players can easily turn the odds in their favor. This team is just to highlight players I think deserve the spot right now. If you think somebody else deserved to make it, make sure to comment below and subscribe for my Eastern Conference All-Star team next week. I'll break it down by position, starting with the guards. First up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai has been on an absolute tear this season, leading one of the best teams in the league. With Chet Holmgren sidelined, Shai has stepped up in every way possible, averaging 33 points per game while shooting an efficient 50% from the field and 45% from three. He's been one of the most consistent players in the league, proving himself as a reliable leader. This starting spot is well-deserved for one of the game's brightest young stars. Joining Shai in the backcourt is De'Aaron Fox. Fox has elevated his game to new heights this year, especially with the Kings dealing with injuries. His offensive explosion has been unreal, including a 60-point game against the Timberwolves, followed by 49 points in his next outing. He's putting up 29 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, shooting an efficient 50% from the field. Fox has shown he can carry his team when it matters most, making him a no-brainer for this starting spot. Now, moving to the front court, Nikola Jokic is an automatic pick. I've already covered Jokic's incredible season in some of my previous videos, so I won't go too deep here, but the numbers speak for themselves: 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 12 assists per game on 56% from the field and 50% from three. His dominance and efficiency are the main reasons Denver has turned things around and are back to playing at a high level. Next, I've got Anthony Davis. He has been a monster on both ends of the floor, putting himself in MVP and DPOY conversations. He's averaging 31 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 1 steal per game, all while shooting 55% from the field and over 40% from three. His dominance has made the Lakers one of the best teams in the West, and he's looking like the superstar many expected him to be consistently. And finally, LeBron James. Year 22, and somehow LeBron keeps finding ways to amaze us. His three-point shooting is at a career-high 43%, and he's putting up 24 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds per game. He's doing whatever the Lakers need to win, including a recent stretch where he recorded 4 straight triple-doubles, something he had never done before. LeBron is still one of the most impactful players in the league. Now let's take a look at the Western Conference All-Star Reserve. These are the guys who didn't make the starting lineup but are still having incredible seasons and deserve recognition. First up is Kevin Durant. Durant could have easily been a starter, but with his recent injury and missed games, I couldn't put him above the guys already in the starting lineup. That said, Durant is still one of the most dangerous scorers in the NBA even in year 17. He's averaging 28 points per game while shooting an efficient 43% from three and 55% from the field. Most importantly, his impact is undeniable. When Durant was playing, the Suns were one of the best teams in the West. Since his injury, they've only won one of their last 7 games, proving just how valuable he is. For my first guard off the bench, I've got Anthony Edwards. Edwards has taken his game to another level this season, averaging 27 points per game while attempting 11 threes per game and hitting them at a 43% clip. The next guard spot goes to Curry. While Curry's counting stats are slightly down this year, his leadership and impact can't be overlooked. He's been the driving force behind one of the best teams in the NBA, averaging 23 points and 7 assists per game. Even when his numbers aren't at their usual MVP levels, he remains one of the most dangerous and impactful players in the league. For my next reserve, I'm going with Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren has been phenomenal this season. He's averaging 23 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 1 steal per game while shooting over 50% from the field. His defense and scoring have been crucial in keeping the Grizzlies afloat despite their challenges. My other big spot goes to Victor Wembanyama. He's lived up to the hype and then some, leading the league with 4 blocks per game, while also averaging 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 steal. His two-way dominance is unmatched for a young player, and he's more than earned his spot as an all-star. Now let's look at the wild card spots. First is Kyrie Irving. Irving has been amazing this season, and on most nights, he's looked like the Mavericks' best player. He's averaging 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, while shooting over 50% from both the field and 3. This is a good chance to mention Luka as well, who is usually a lock for the All-Star game. Luka's counting stats are higher than Irving's, but his efficiency has been a problem this season, shooting just 43% from the field and 32% from 3. Add in his lackluster defensive effort, and for this early selection, I think Irving deserves the spot over him. The final spot goes to Sabonis. This one is simple. Sabonis was snubbed last year, and he's only gotten better this season. He's averaging 20 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists per game while shooting an incredible 64% from the field and 40% from 3. His all-around game has been key to Sacramento's success, and he's more than earned his place on this roster. That wraps up my picks for the 2024 Western Conference All-Star Team. The competition this year is tougher than ever, with so many players making strong cases for a spot. Who do you think deserves to be in or out? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more NBA content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.